Boop.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. As opposed to Bald Potter. Bald.
Bald Potter.
Wow.
Harry Potter's dad.
That's Harry Potter's as opposed to Bald Potter.
I'm sure it's a joke.
His father's name is James Potter.
Oh my God. Because he's Harry. And then Harry and Bald.
Oh, okay.
Because there's hair.
Okay. Yeah, that's Ohio.
You were really good at first.
I didn't either.
At first I thought you were saying Paul, and I was like, where did that come from?
Paul?
Paul.
Hi, Bob. Paul, I didn't either.
Bald Potter.
Oh, I thought you said ball.
Oh my. Harry.
I think he's not the same I think give up.
What was I gonna write?
Give up on humanity. I think that's what happened. He gave up on class.
Alrighty. Consider this inequality. What is that in English? Sam.
-2 is less than 2.
How do we represent that on the number line?
Oh, you gotta try -2. -2. So you gotta go from -2 and 2. But you got a red dot on -2 and then another one on like a different, like you gotta put another color.
All right. And what makes that true?
You draw an arrow from the one to the
-2 is left of, that looks like a funny word, left of +2. Yes?
Yes.
All right. So, we already know what happens if we add or subtract. Nothing. What's going to happen if we multiply? Multiply that side by 2. We'll multiply that side by 2. What is my new inequality?
-4 is less than
-4 and 4. And what symbol goes in the middle?
less than.
Less than. Did it change?
No.
No. Now we're going to divide.
-1 is less than 1.
Divide by 2. I'm going to end up with -1, 1, and that. Did any of them change? Here is the one in black. Here is the one in gray. So, what is our rule?
Multiply both sides by 2. Divide.
It does not change the same.
Both sides. Same number. Well, yeah, positive because it's flips it when it's here.
The inequality remains the same, just like the song. Led Zeppelin, the song remains the same.
Called the song remains the same.
Oh.
Alright. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, yeah? Alright.
Is Led Zeppelin a band?
No.
Yes. So now we got our red dot at -2. We got our blue dot at +2. Now we's going to multiply each of these by -2. What do I get on the left?
4.
+4. What do I get on the right? -4. What happens to the arrow?
Flips.
It flips because this 2 goes out to here when I multiply by -2. And this 2 goes down to here when I multiply by -2. Bum, bum, bum. -2, +2. Divide both sides by -2. What do I get on the left?
1,
1. What do I get on the right?
-1, what's the sign?
And the sign flips because this 2 goes to here when I divide by -2. And this 2 goes to here when I divide by -2. So what does that tell us about dividing? Oops. Forgot the multiply.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now somebody always says, why? You just saw why. Because when you perform the operations, you see that it has to be so. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, solve and graph. So, if I had 4x equals -12, what would I do? Divide by 4. But that is not what I have. I have 4x is less than -12. So, but I do the same rule. I divide by what? 4. So I get x and I get -3. Did I divide or multiply by a positive? Positive. So does the sign change?
No.
No diddly-o. Then we graph it. What's the only number that matters?
3.
-3. Open or closed?
Open to the left.
To the left. Ooh, everything disappeared there. That was a good disappear. By good disappear, I mean it was a bad disappear. Maybe it reappeared. Nope. What about this one? Divide by what? No. -2. So what is that gets me? C and -4. What does it do to the sign? Flips it. It's the only number that matters.
-4.
-4. Open or closed?
Close.
Closed. And what direction?
To the left.
No, left. Left.
And next dxt. B over 2 less than or equal to 3. Multiply both sides by 2. B and 6.
B equal to 6.
Yes.
Roman number
Why?
6, and then is the colored anymore? Goes left.
And finally, D is in doorknob.
Dora.
Dora.
What do I multiply by?
Negative.
Multiply by negative. Yeah, B, what? 9. Yeah, flip the sign.
Greater than.
Flip the sign. B is less than.
Why?
Because you do flip the sign when you multiply negative, or multiply or divide a negative number.
Yes.
And it goes left.
Yes. Gouda?
Great.
Great. Yes or no? Would you reverse this one?
Yes,
Why?
because it's a negative number.
You're dividing by a negative. Would you reverse this one?
No.
No. What about this one?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now solve them and graph them.
Alright, next.
I'm going to give you 15 seconds. That's 5 seconds each. Go. Stop. Divide by -2, -4. Put the line, open dot, that way.
Yeah.
-4. Divide by 2, 4. Color in the dot, that way. Times -2. Flip it, -6. Open dot, that way. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, you would always get more than 5 seconds to do a question. Please.
You get Frank?
Half of you are still thinking about the first one. All right, everybody good?
Good. Uh-oh. What was that?
It was hot chocolate. How embarrassing. Got a dribble cup. Fortunately, I come prepared.
Nice job, Mr. Ryan. Prepared for any situation.
Woo, that's cold. Everybody Gouda?
Great.
Now, we put it all together. One minus 2/3 x is greater than 3. What is your job whenever you see this construction?
You have to get experts on.
Yes, what do we say in math class?
Isolate.
Isolate x. So everything else has to move away.
Yeah.
Where do we start?
With the 1.
Why?
Because it's a constant.
What?
It's a constant.
So if I had this, where would you start? So, Amshivan, you're right, we start with 1. Your reason is not right. Why do we start with 1? No. So, because then if I had this, you would start here if you start with the first on the left. So that is not right. Everybody knows why we start with 1. I know that. We can teach monkeys to know the right answer. I want to know why. That's what makes you smarter. Why do we start with 1? No.
Because
Furthest away from X. If you were driving to Disneyland, Would you start in Disneyland?
No.
No, you have to get there first. So if your goal is to get x by itself, you must have to go through everything else first. And the first thing in the way of x is a positive 1. So what do you do? Minus 1. And I'm going to write it out the long way. I subtracted. Does that change an inequality? No. Now what?
Now you get x alone. You have to multiply by 2. No, divide by 2/3. Negative 2/3.
You could, but most of you have trouble dividing by negative 2/3.
Multiply by
I would multiply by negative 3. Because that takes care of the negative and the 3, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But what does that do to the sign? 2x, flip the sign.
Negative 6.
Now what?
You have to divide by 2. X
is
less than negative 2.
And then we graph it.
Yes. Negative 3 and x is still left. Open.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. Now's the time on Sprockets when we dance. None of you get that joke because none of you have seen Sprockets.
Nope.
It was an old Saturday Night Live gag with Mike Myers, who was, of course, as you all know him, Austin Powers. Or Shrek.
Or from Wayne's World.
Or Wayne. Or the guy from So I Married an Axe Murderer. Alright, so you guys do the last one. Go to Leo. Go to Leo. Oh diddly go gay. Is that right? Go diddly o. Oh no, I did it wrong. Oh diddly o gay. That would have been right. Pig Latin.
Yeah. Big Latin.
Done. You're weird.
One ide isn't a. Ide cea ute ixpe. Ife uye isn't ute ime. Ende ite is a easy ute ixpe.
This last it?
What?
It's Big Latin. Remove the last letter, the first letter of the word, the last, and then add A to the end.
Esye. Acje ixpe ide utre.
So what way is it?
Ekte ide erstfe ounce. Umfre ide ontfre ave ide erdwe. Ende ade ide ounce a ute ide ende ave ide erdwe. Take the first sound of the word, move it to the end of the word, and then add the sound a. So Taylor becomes Alorte.
How, you said remove the last 2 letters. Oh. What do I become?
It's tough when the first word, when the first letter is an vowel. So for you, it would be Schumann Ame. Schumann Ame. Alright, so what did we do with this guy? I would multiply by -5 to take care of the negative and the 5 at once. To F flip it is -20. F -10. But I have a negative right here. Why didn't I flip it again?
Because
Because I didn't divide by a negative, I divided a negative. Get it?
Yes.
Good. And then we graph it. 10 negative that way. How do I check to see if it is right?
With 0.
Put in 0. Is 0 greater than negative 10? Yes. So 0 must be a solution, so our arrow must go over 0. Will that arrow eventually go over 0?
Yes.
Yes. Why? Because we so smart. Just like Jar Jar Binks. Okay. Listen, please. That is where we start to depart and you become pre-diploma students. Right now, you're just plain old 9th graders. Tomorrow, you become pre-diploma students. Okay? So because tomorrow you become pre-diploma students, I am being very lenient today. You owe me just page 304. I do not believe I am probably not even going to do this extra worksheet. But you will notice what is right there. This will be your warm-up tomorrow. Let's have that quiz Wednesday because that will send you into your 4-day weekend in good shape. So I will get off my duff. I will walk over to here. I will erase your polynomial test, which you have done. I will erase your equations quizzle. And I will write Woden's Day, Knob 23rd,
What?
Inequality quizzle. And you have 15 minutes to get that page of work done. Now, listen please. Listen please. Once we leave grade 9 and you become pre-diploma students, you will not be needing your textbook for the rest of this unit. So after today, for the rest of just this unit only, you don't need to bring your textbook to class. Okay? Because we have departed from the material that is covered in your textbook. That is why you will notice worksheet, worksheet, worksheet. But those worksheets are simply pages from a different textbook. I will not make you carry that textbook. I will simply copy the pages I need you to do and the answers out of the back so you can study from them. Oakley dogley? Oakley dogley. Carry on. Yes. Yes.
It's just like
Too loud already. Too loud already. Still too loud. Well, I just don't really understand what's happening over there, because those two girls are on their phone when I gave them work to do. Allie is all packed up and ready to go and is, I guess, going to stand there for the next 10 minutes. I understand you do it at home, but I did not say pack up and stand up. And then everybody else figured it out from those two little lectures.
Oh my.
Stop tattling loudly, Justin, so I hear him and hear you, and then get mad at Derek.
Justin took my credit.
You know what? I'm done. I hate number 9. You know what? Number 9? Solve the internet problem. No, thank you. No, I just do this. What does your right hand? I can't say what that is. I want to see, please. Here, what do you want? Anything. I see right. Hi. It's not bad. This is so hard. You can still read, so it's not. I have to fix it. What? Okay. Ready? Because wait, that's me. Oh, yeah. Wait. I think I can do this. I look weird though. It's so funny. You guys like my left hand, right? What's it? So I really don't want to go shopping together. No, I don't know. Okay, so on the weekend, I was with my mom's wouldn't leave because he wanted to stay over at our house. And then my brother was like, yeah, you guys can go stay over and we'll have like food. Yeah. They're like, we want to, we'll have a sleepover. So their mom was like, their mom was like, get to know them better. And then like on Wednesday, like go and have like sleepover. And then so and like, but they're
Thank you.